And forgive me for my appearance of gross, dirty shirt. I've been moving and I was sick and had a cyst on my ovary pop, so I am just going through it. Anyways, and to explain more on why I'm so pissed off and hurt, more so I think hurt by the comments of like I use my Sawyer, my dead son, as an excuse, and that my mom did everything she could. I want to emphasize more on that, and I'm meaning like if that was everything she could do, and I mean by not coming and cooking for me, buying me food, taking me out, getting me out of the house, not watching my kids, not taking them for the night or a night or anything, not coming over to help me clean my house, take care of my animals, not helping me get a full body silicone doll. I was willing to pitch in $100, $50. I just needed some help to come up with the rest of the money. And it's now 5 years almost, and nobody has once printed off pictures of him. Nobody has really bought anything for his little like wall or anything. His birthdays come and go, Christmases come and go, and nobody mentions him, nobody gets him anything, nobody cares for him in my family, and it's very obvious, very, very obvious. But you know, if my brother had, I don't know, broken his hip or his leg or something. Oh wait, he did do that, and she was there for every surgery, every physical therapy, everything. She even went and bought corn magazines for him because he obviously wasn't old enough, but he was depressed and sad, and you know, he's going through a lot, and she just wants to make him happy. Fucking gross, I know, whatever. But you know, I was 3 years younger. I was a kid. They didn't listen to me anyways. Nobody listened to me. I'm convinced that even my uncles hate me. Did I ever get congratulations for any of my kids? No. Did I get any gifts, clothes, anything from any of them? No. But my brother did for my niece and nephew. I am the black sheep of the family, and that's fine by me, but I've come to realize that they attack my mental health. They attack me as a parent. They attack me as a person. And it's because they lack accountability for the fact that they were shitty. A shitty parent, a shitty brother, shitty uncles. I was born into a shit family. The only ones that I that I give grace to are my grandparents, because, well, they're dead, and they tried to do what they could for me, but my cousin was younger, so he was the baby, and then my uncles had their kids after my cousin, so then there was other cousins, and then there was my brother, who was the first one, and I was the second grandchild, so I was, and then my cousin came along, and he was the youngest for a while, and I definitely am the forgotten middle child. I'm the forgotten kid. I can feel energy and read people's energy and tones and everything, and the utter disgust and disdain and stuff that I can feel radiate off of my own mom and brother and sperm donor towards me is just excruciating. It sucks knowing that your family really just does not care about you. It sucks that they tolerate you because they have to, and that's really it. I honestly feel that if I were to ever myself or whatever, they would be more upset with the fact that they have to deal with my animals, which do not shit and piss in the house unless we are gone for 6-7 hours of the day, which we never really are, or they have an upset stomach. My cats will use the litter boxes. They will, hurt, whatever. But it would be more upsetting to them that I left them with my animals than the fact that I was actually gone. I honestly believe that if I ever was not here anymore, they would all be more happy and more relieved that I was not here. And I feel like they kind of wish I would have died when my son died. Because I don't feel loved, I don't feel cared about, I don't feel considered. Hold on. Sorry, my rainbow baby came in. But like, there's just so many examples that I could give as to how I am tolerated in my family versus loved versus cared for versus considered. My grandpa was in hospice, dying from pancreatic cancer, and we were giving him some RSO, the Rick Simpson oil, just as a kind of like a last inning type thing. I don't know, just to see. And my cousin had accidentally gotten CBD instead of the RSO, which, if you guys know anything about RSO and CBD and THC, it's different, but it all helps, but it's all just different, works differently for you. And we were specifically getting the RSO. Well, my uncle was down here in Arizona from where we're from, Iowa, and or Illinois, or whatever the fuck, wherever he lives. And I had looked at the thing, and I was like, oh, this is the wrong stuff. We needed the RSO, but this should be fine until we can go get more. It's okay. And I don't believe that I said it meanly or very harshly, but my uncle jumped my ass. He got in my face, he yelled at me, and he was like, you're always showing up with a shitty ass attitude. I hate have you come in here because you bring the mood down around. And he just was fucking just yelling at me in front of my kids, in front of my dying grandpa, in front of his kid, in front of my mom, my brother, my aunt, my cousin, my sister-in-law, my nephew. And nobody said anything. Nobody defended me. Nobody came to my side and was like, hey, she's not the one that's coming in here belittling her wife like my brother would. She would come in, face red, tears, she just got done crying from their drive of 30 minutes of her being berated in the car by my brother. Then they would go to the garage, and he would finish lecturing her, talking down to her, pointing his finger like she's a fucking dog. But I was the one that was bringing the mood down. I was the one with the bad attitude. I was the one that was a bitch. But I've come to find out that it's the males in my family. Every one of them are allowed to be a fucking dick to the women in their lives. I'm letting my grandpa off the hook because he's dead. Love you. But my brother was allowed to be a dick to me, allowed to be a dick to my mom. But then she goes, I didn't raise him that way. Yeah, you did. You let him talk to me like that. You let him be that way towards me. You let him be that way towards you. So yes, you did raise him to be that way. It is your fault that he is the way that he is. But do I say that to her? No. Because why? What would it do? It would hurt her feelings. It would make her feel bad. It would do no good. So I don't say these comments and these things that I should say, because I know that it won't do any good. And I am a person that is, if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. My brother will flat out walk into people's houses and be like, oh my God, it stinks in here. Or, ew, that is such an ugly picture. Nobody fucking asked you. Nobody gives a shit that you don't like that picture. But God forbid if you went into his house and was like, oh God, this is really cluttered in here and it kind of has a weird smell. Oh my God. Hell to the no. Just like, when he would be berating me, belittling me, calling me stupid, slow. He would make fun of the way I brushed my teeth. You look stupid and funny when you brush your teeth. Why do you do it like that? I'm sorry. I didn't realize that there was a right or a wrong way or an funny or an unfunny way to brush teeth. I was like 11. But now I'm self-conscious about brushing my teeth. Thank you. Just like I was self-conscious about everything. I could not be myself. And then, my egg donor has the audacity to say, I raised an autistic kid, but she had 2 kids that were and are autistic. And then she comes at me with, but I didn't know there was something with you. Yeah, I know you didn't know because you didn't care about me enough to pay attention to me to realize, hey, there's also something off with my daughter. Because I was neglected. I was dismissed. I was not listened to. I was not heard, and I was not cared about. And it shows every single day. Every big thing. I'm brushed off. I'm having a bad day. I'm crazy. My mental health is bad. I need to go to the doctor. I need to be put away for a week and whatever because I'm just crazy. But yet, my mom specifically will only tell people my reaction to the shit that she did or the shit that she said or the stuff that was done to me. Only my reaction. Not the abuse, the fucking mental gymnastics, and the fucking everything else. She won't say the fact that she left the store, moved the car, and then didn't tell me. And then when I left the store, I couldn't find the car. She didn't answer the phone. She didn't let me know that she was going to move the car. And then when she goes to tell my oldest about the situation, she makes it sound so terrible that I jumped out of the moving car and I left and I was walking on the side of the freeway and all this other stuff. No. You were not listening to me in the store when I told you not to touch the fucking bags at the self-checkout. So I asked you to take the kids to the car. You took it upon yourself to start the car, move the car, give my kids your phone so that way you couldn't answer it if I called. And then when I tell you, hey, that was not okay and it pissed me off and whatever, you say, sorry. You know what you're doing. She knows what she's doing. And whatever, okay? That's why I've come to terms with the fact that they are here for me to, they're not here to support me. They're not here to love me. They're not here to be there for me when times get tough because I am an inconvenience to them. I was not wanted. I was not loved. I was not cared about. I was not seen. I was not heard. And I am still not seen. I am still not heard. I am still not cared for. And I am still not wanted. I fucking hate liars because I grew up with nothing but liars. Two-faced fucking people, narcissistic, gaslighting, weaponizing incompetence people I cannot fucking stand because that is all my family is. And I mean, when I say my family, I mean my mom, my brother, and my sperm donor, my uncles, and pretty much everybody except for basically my aunt and my cousin because they will still help me and they haven't thrown it in my face yet. And I say yet because there's still time and I'm not sure that they would, but I don't know. Because my mom will say, you're right. I didn't do enough. I wasn't there after Sawyer died. You're right. But then she'll go to my kids and be like, your mom uses Sawyer dying and her dead kid too much as an excuse, and I did everything I could. Pick a fucking side. Did you do everything you could, or you know that you didn't do enough? And then they wonder why I ended up with people who have cheated on me, lied to me, physically, mentally, emotionally abused me. And I wasn't able to get away because that's all I knew, because I grew up with nothing but those types of people. And then I get shit on because I'm not okay mentally. I'm not okay emotionally. And I'm crazy. But yet, nobody knows why I am the way that I am. But you will now. You will now. You will now. Because I'm done being nice. I'm done being quiet. And they can fuck off.